Taking a break from all your worries sure would help a lot. Wouldn't you like to get away? Sometimes you wanna go where everybody knows your name, and they're always glad you came. You wanna go where people know the people are all the same. You wanna go where everybody knows your name.
Hello, everybody. How you doing today? As you can see, I'm joined here by Clown, KVTV,
Hello.
from Mixing It Up,
Yeah.
the one that got me started
Yeah.
down this. We won't even call it a rabbit hole anymore. This has become a well. It's no longer a rabbit hole.
Rabbit hole, nothing, sir. You are. I don't even know how to describe this.
I
Just
dove
saying.
down.
Yeah. No. Yeah. I mean, you're in a chasm. There you go.
Very, very true.
That underwater chasm that there's near Mexico. That's you.
Yeah. Today's theme is creams. Can be ice creams. Technically, even kind of some puddings can even be creams in some cases. So there's one that I am going to showcase a few people's recipes that I've seen in the last week or so. One of them actually is someone who absolutely loves a vanilla pudding, but has some creams in there as well. This is actually, it looks pretty good. There's one in there I'm not familiar with. I would like to get. I think if it turns out well, I need to hear her thoughts about it. But
There you go.
hey, look, Nightbot's even talking to me. Yeah, I got to figure out how to turn that part off. It's nice, but it's also annoying.
I've never set up Nightbot. I've had my channel for roughly 5 years, I think, and I've never set up Nightbot. I have like
Yep.
something through Streamlabs, but that's about it. And even then, Toonie tends to be on the chat, so it just kind of destroys everything. He takes care of it.
All right, so Bob's saying something about a blueberry yogurt uses cream, sweet cream. Did you make that this week, last week or so, Bob? I'll just look, because typically I actually really like Bob's mixes. So let's see.
Drop a link.
Yeah, that's right. He can pop a link. Yeah,
Yeah.
you have power.
He
Hi,
has
Emily
admin
Blue. Haven't
powers.
seen you in a while. Yeah, you do have those powers, and I'll click it open and we'll check that out too when we're doing the others. Um, like I said, I was telling Clown, I mixed up two right before this show here. One of them's pretty promising right off the bat for me for a possible daily. So, and that's just off the knuckle. I haven't really vaped it yet. We're gonna find out. But
Yeah.
yeah, this week we have. I mean, typically, we do. All of us use some creams. Most of us, in some way, shape, or form. So this is a kind of a broad spectrum one. We could have went more specific about types of creams, but I want people to enjoy what they enjoy. So it's actually kind of interesting. You might see something that's not really a cream that has a creamy taste. One of these is kind of sort of that way a little bit.
Creamy.
Mm-hmm.
You've already said cream probably 20 times.
Cream.
Yeah,
Any,
cream.
anybody watching the replay, do some
Do a cream count. Cream count.
do a shot for every time he says cream. Let's see how blessed
That's
you
okay.
get at the end of this.
All right. On that note,
He's like, damn
we're
it.
gonna also gonna test this out. I did do some changes to the computer, but I haven't had a chance to test it. We'll see if screen share works. If it doesn't, I apologize, but I'm gonna try it. I shut off the motherboard in the motherboard video card in my boot settings. So let's hope it actually works. So, and oops. First, I want to make sure that if it works, that both of us can use it. All right. So I'm going to try and see if this works. Cross your fingers. Here we go. We'll see. Banana creamed is one of the ones I made before the show. And I'm watching the show to see if it actually is going to work. Nope, it does not work. I apologize.
Did we freeze?
So I'll just put the link in chat.
Yeah.
Yep. No, it just blank screen again. So it's got something to do with the settings on the video card. I gotta figure that out, or just wait until I get a new video card before I can do that.
I mean, you could
Or
always
switch
set it
OBS.
up on Streamlabs where it pulls from one of your screens, but you'd have to do it.
Yep.
I mean,
I'm gonna have to do something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
'Cause I
Banana
like if I
cre-
try to screen share, that's how I do it. But, sorry.
No worries. Banana creamed. Just banana puree Wonder Flavors at 2%. Cream fresh from FA at 1%. Super sweet from Cap at 0.25. Doesn't need much. And you could even leave that out. I put it in there because I wanted a little sweetness. And then whipped cream 1-on-1 at 1%. So
Nice.
that turned out pretty good. You could use TFA whipped cream at 2% in that spot too. I found that they're not that dissimilar, except for the TFA TPA needs a little more time to steep. But yeah, that turned out. That's right here. I haven't tested it yet. That's not the one I have the super high hopes for because I get over a banana real quick. But I also wanted one that had a little bit of an adult theme to start it off. Marked as private. Yes, I got to change that. You are correct. Let me change that. That's right. I marked it as private because I made them before the show and I wanted to surprise everybody. So I'm going to have to do the same with the other one. If ELR loads, I can then... There we go.
Load, damn you, load.
Yep. There we go. Yeah, ELR. It's only slow when you're streaming. If it's not streaming, it's almost instantaneously. But if you're streaming, you want to change that. It takes a while. Let's see what this does.
It's that northern internet because I have no issues.
Yeah, that's my only problem with that. And the other problem I had is, yes, I put super sweet in at 0.25. Yeah, right. Super sweet sometimes, if it's warm out like it is right now, tends to pour in. So this is more like 1% actually because it didn't cooperate with dripping. It decided to pour out.
Pour out.
Unfortunately, that gave it a little bit of that candy runt flavor a little bit more than normal. Although that does settle down a little bit. But I don't think it's going to my mix because of the extra sweetener. That's why you got to be careful throwing sweetener at that flavor because it does go runts.
That sounds like a whole hell of a lot of no.
Yeah.
Just no runs. I already don't like banana to begin with. You start talking runs, I'm running the other way around.
Yeah, that'll actually be another one I'll come back to with I got a couple other bananas that I need to try out, test still that I think are going to work better. You know, I listen to everybody else's mixes, and plus we have some new releases.
Mm-hmm.
But it's one of those flavors I've always kind of chased, but it always goes candy or funky.
Yeah.
So I figured I'd give it a try. There's actually a banana cream flavor that I was tempted to throw in there, and I was like, that's cheating. I want to try this first. Try make.
I'll give you I know they don't exist anymore, but Nicotine River's banana shake is fucking amazing. Because I think I made one like a while back. It was really good.
So you got a recipe, I see.
Yes, sir. I'm working on it right now. I don't know, Dave. You might want to check that out. I'm actually trying out vanilla, the Euro flavors vanilla for the first time. I'm trying to do some stuff. Like I'm trying to get through my flavorings. I have 500 and some flavorings, and I've probably used maybe a third of that. And my wife is in chat, and I'm sure she can like tell you guys what a disaster it is looking at it every day.
Dave, if you see Sam or Sam show up later, or Dave show up later in chat, no, not Daniel, or any of them, there's Daniel right there. Maybe Daniel might have experienced. I haven't used the Euro Vanilla, so I'm not really 100% sure.
Yeah, and this is my first time trying it out. I'm trying to look up the notes on it and see what it suggests.
I mean,
you know what I mean?
And I mean, vanilla thick is actually that. It's a real thick vanilla.
Mhm.
So it's like that's a hard one to sub. So it'd be interesting to find out if that does work.
Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, on the Euro flavors, there's only one note, and it says a superior vanilla that pairs well with other creams and fruits, perfect complement to other fruits and desserts. It has or to create more complex flavors, and then it just gives like some notes that I mean it's just numbers. Oh yeah, it gives more like
All right.
stats like diacetyl. Does it have it? Does it not? Stupid shit like that. That it's kind of pointless.
Yeah, because the percentages in there that they're trying to use against, you got to remember percentages matter. Air you
Hmm.
breathe has percentages that are considered normal for things.
Yeah,
The diacetyl in a typical vape liquid is not that of even a. Now I'm talking about one that has it in it because a lot
yeah,
many
because
don't.
that's the other one. They got rid of that in flavorings back in like 2016,
Yep,
2015.
there's only a few that still have it, but honestly, the percentage in it is not to the point where. I mean, is it more dangerous than if you don't have it? Possibly a 0.0001% or something of that sort, but that's of a percent, not.
Yeah,
But there is a the more things we put in, it's kind of like there's a debate on cinnamon, same situation, and a couple other flavorings. But it's still, is it safer than smoking?
fuck yeah.
That's kind of a given. That's a freaking given. So, all right, the other one I put in here, and yeah, I'm loving that one.
Yeah, I'm
So
trying to
while
get
Clown's
this
working,
mixed up.
while Clown's working on that, I did make it public. I made sure. I got this one here for you guys. Coconut cheesecake. Uh, cheesecake VSO 1%. I mean, I've been talking to you guys about this for a while. That 1% on top of another cheesecake is that proper funk for most cheesecakes. Super
Yeah,
sweet cap at 0.5%. Toasted coconut cheesecake from Perulum at 3%, and whipped cream one on one at 1%. You could leave the one on one out, but I wanted a little extra creamy note on top, which actually is
yeah,
really where my cream comes from in this one. But
yeah.
this
I'll
one,
be back.
this could easily be a daily. So nice, Sandman. That's awesome. I'm glad you actually have all the flavors. And if you don't have the VSO, you can leave it out. It just won't have that little bit extra funk. It's not going to be a bad mix either way. It's going to be good. That just kind of makes it go from like a store bought cheesecake to more like a homemade cheesecake. That's the difference in those. But you can still use them. And since Alex Clown's gone for a minute, I'm going to take this time to talk about some other creams that I saw this week. Michelle Hughes weighs in on this one with something she made this week that actually kind of the name's interesting. Okay, right here we go. TOC's the Johnny Depp. Of course, he's been in every social media lately, anyways, and it's been spread all over the place. But yeah, she used butterscotch from FA at 1%, caramel from FA at 1%, cookie from Flavora at 1%, super sweet from Cap at 0.5%, toffee ice cream from VTA at 2.5%, vanilla pudding Flavora at 1.5%. Now, I have all these flavors, so this is one of those weird ones. I can look at this and just tell you by looking at that's gonna be a freaking good mix. That
Which one?
uh, TOC's the Johnny Depp from Michelle Hughes. That actually just looks like it'd be delicious. So I might have to mix that up. I might not mix that live today because I'm gonna have to try and vape through all this. But that's in my. I did bookmark that because I am gonna mix that at some point because it looks pretty damn good. So I just
Wow.
wanted. I'm gonna.
Wow.
That looks
I
good.
have
Though.
more in No, it looks good, but I have more in common with this person than the people on my own show. Because I'm only missing one flavoring, which is the toffee ice cream. Opposed to when Sifu, Overdrip, or Steve post a fucking recipe, and I'm missing everything apparently.
Well, you did get an order in this week that helps that. You did
It
do that.
helps,
Yeah.
but I still actually gotta see. But yeah, no, this looks amazing. Actually, that's why I was like, I saw that and I was like, well, what am I missing? And it's just the toffee ice cream.
Toffee ice cream.
Dude, it looks good though. Yeah, definitely.
It does. And you could probably drop that out and just put in like a vanilla ice cream in there in that place, because
You
you do
think I
have a
could-
pretty decent amount of butterscotch and caramel in there to bump that up.
I was just gonna
Did
say,
you wind
do
up
think
getting
I
the
could-
English toffee? Did you get the English toffee from
VSO?
VSO?
No, I did not. I'm gonna have
Because
to
I was gonna
at
say
some point,
that would
but-
actually. I mean, that's a soft flavor, kind of, the English toffee, but it would fit in there with the ice cream and be a nice replacement.
Okay, yeah, I might have to check that out. But
I'm hoping the code is live. I can't guarantee you 100% the code is live because I haven't seen Swaggy in chat yet. So give it a
Yeah.
try. If not now, try it a little later before the end of the show. Swaggy should be in here at some point.
and their shipping is quick, honestly. 'Cause I got it
Yeah,
within
we'll
like
see.
days. I placed the order last Saturday and I got it Thursday. So
Yeah, I know when you got it. I know when you placed it. That's kind of funny, yeah.
Yeah.
Because when it was delivered, I got a message from Swaggy. Damn it! Why didn't you tell me? Yeah.
I didn't know I was supposed to tell anybody.
I didn't either. I would have mentioned it to you when you mentioned you were making the order. But yeah, no, Michelle, that looks really good. If you're watching this on replay or if you hear about this, delicious looking recipe.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna have to make that.
That does look really good.
All right, boys and girls, I'll say this much. Remember to check your ELR settings because I ended up doing it for a 60 mil, not a 30. So
Yeah, that doesn't fit in a 30 ml bottle very good, does it?
no, and it's gonna be just really potent. So I ended up having to get a 60 ml bottle and a syringe, and I just pulled all that out and then poured it into a 60 ml bottle.
That
Why the hell
yeah,
not?
I've done that before.
Mhm.
You check those settings. It's so easy to have the wrong settings. I a lot of times do it for 10 mil. I think I'm making a 25 or a 50, and then the next thing you know, I got, oh, okay, I have nothing in here.
Mhm.
At least if you don't put the PG and VG in, when you put that in, that's when you realize, oh crap.
It was for the nicotine because I was like, that is more nicotine than I normally put into it. Because I don't know, what order do you go in?
I do my typically I do my flavorings first because that way if something messes up, I'm not out anything else. Then I'll
Yes.
throw my nicotine in, and then I'll throw the others in because you get a little bit. Sometimes the scale's a little finicky when it gets to the higher numbers. It'll actually won't be quite so sensitive
Yeah.
sometimes, so I do it that way.
Okay, yeah. I go
Yeah.
flavorings, nicotine, VG, PG.
And then I started pre-mixing my VGPG, so it's not 100% accurate, but I just add the two numbers and go basically there.
Yeah.
It'll be close. It'll give me the flavor. The flavor will still be there, but it's just so much easier when you're doing shows than
Mhm.
trying to pour through those. Oh, the problem is these bottles are great, but they have a tiny hole, so they're kind of a pain.
Yeah, that's why I don't like those. Like, was it Chris? He uses the smallmouth ones, and I just
Yep, that's what
can't.
these are.
Yeah, I hated those. That's why I got a bunch of these right here. These guys. But-
Yep. Oh, that's nice. Good size
Mhm.
holes in them.
Yeah, so that's easier to pour into, but because they're basically like half the size of that. So.
And then Overdrip made the show regardless of whether or not he has power and he could get in. I did put it. It was a mix for a different show, but that's okay. Raspberry Ripple ice cream. That's a cream.
Dude, from what I hear, it came out pretty good.
Yeah, it did. That's the other reason why. I mean, this has been mixed a couple times here by people. But raspberry from Inawera, the Molina one, at 1%. Super sweet from Cap at 0.5%. Vanilla ice cream, gelato. I'm not going to pronounce the other part. FA, 1.25. Vanilla ice cream from Liquid Barn at 3%. And Vienna cream at 0.75%. And from I've already heard great things about this. I need to compare it next to someone else's that used to be on your shows, Raspberry Ripple. So I want to compare these two side by side. So
He did a raspberry
We'll see.
ripple?
yeah, I've got it. I've still got some.
I didn't know he did a raspberry one.
Oh no, wait, no, it wasn't
Tim, it was
raspberry,
Ripple and
butterscotch.
Raspberry cheesecake.
Yeah. I
Raspberry.
was like,
See, yeah, okay.
see,
Okay,
Ah.
well, whatever. I'm going to compare it to the Ripple. The
I know he did a
cheesecake.
ripple, but it wasn't raspberry.
No, that's right. It was butterscotch. But anyhow, that's already gotten some pretty good reviews on it, so that's another one I need to mix up. I am missing that raspberry, which I have Innerware raspberry, but I have several Innerware raspberries, but I don't have that one. Isn't that, that's the worst part when they have like so many in one flavor house. You think you got them all, and then, oh, wait a minute, I don't have it. But yeah, that's
Dave,
that
Dave
looked really
Lloyd,
good.
Dave Lloyd, VG, Nick, base is the way to go. Anybody tells you otherwise, Overdrip is wrong.
Well, commercial liquids, I can tell you right now from mixing, when you mix an actual three and you're not using them, it's stronger. So I think they do use a base mix when they put it in, not
Mhm.
including flavorings, because it's a little bit weaker. And the
I,
more
I always
flavorings they
think
put in,
I always think they're a
yeah,
little shy. I'll say that for sure
yep.
about commercial liquids. They're a little shy.
And and that's the most logical thing is they do a pre-mixed base, throw it in there, but it's not, yeah. Which what
That's
was
a
it?
that's what's funny when people try a DIY mix for the first time, especially like from one of us. They're like, "Dude, this is hitting harder. Why?" Like I've gotten that comment, and I'm like,
Yep.
"Yeah." All I can say is they probably don't put a full 3 milligrams worth in there. But yeah.
Which makes sense because they're using a high amount of sweetener. They're using a high amount of flavorings to try and punch that flavor through. And then that means they have less room for that 3 milligram premix.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a little bit weaker. It's probably more like a 2.5. That's my theory on it.
Yeah. Dude, this is good. I'm liking it. It's a
All
very
right.
I called it Kiss. It was keep it simple, stupid. And I was just really aiming for like a vanilla custard, mostly because I got ESO custard, and y'all were like, "You need to get vanilla custard because it'll destroy all custards for you." So, but yeah. So I did what 0.5% Bavarian cream, 1% of VSO custard, then a percent of custard premium to like add a little oomph to it, some super sweet, and then the vanilla from Euro flavors at 1%. So very simple.
And I
quick,
imagine that
like,
is good.
yeah, I'm liking it.
Yeah.
It's really good. It's
Yeah,
got
because
that.
there's not a lot of vanilla to his custard, but it's got that
Mhm.
custard like goo.
Like I want to know if this would get a Chris's stamp of approval because he is the custard guy.
We will have to ask him. Maybe I did send him a link. He might be able to make it in if he gets power back on. We'll see.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I got another one here from Wendy L. Of course, I gotta throw her in here as well because this one looks pretty good actually. I like this one. So it's coffee morning, and it's coffee with sweet milk and caramel perulum at 4%, espresso VSO at 1.15%, French vanilla thick from Wonder Flavors at 1%, super sweet from Cap at 0.5%, and vanilla ice cream Liquid Barn at 2.5%. And the only one I'm missing again is that coffee with sweet milk and caramel from Perulum, and that actually does sound like a flavor I may need to pick up. I did pick up some new Perulums this week, so it's unfortunate I didn't pick that one up because I didn't know about it. But yeah, that
And
looks
you still get
like
Liquid Barn stuff?
I think you still can. I'm just not sure how. I remember talking. This got talked about the other day. If Meter shows up, I know he's watching the fights, so if he does get a chance to watch any of this or anything, he did figure out a way to get the Liquid Barn him and TJ for TJ because Golf Tea vapes because Golf Tea loves that flavor. For me, I prefer the flavor West vanilla bean ice cream, but that's just me. I can vape that now, but it's actually the funny thing is if you get used to that note that bothers you, you kind of can ignore it. So it doesn't bother you as much anymore. And I've gotten that way with a lot of the flavorings. Some of us just getting used to things. It's like switching from super sweet to another sweetener. It's a transition. There's a transition to get used to it. Now I can go either way, but I couldn't before. Take me to see. Good to see you. Yeah, that actually looked really, really good. And like I said, anybody in chat, put it in chat. Even if you don't have a wrench, just put it in. Put the name of your recipe and what platform you have it on. If it's on all the flavors, if it's on VC, if it's on either ELR, whichever one you have, and we'll try to get it in there because sometimes, some of these things need to be celebrated. I have seen some really nice mixes coming out lately, and that's why I've ordered some things I don't typically order because I've been trying to. There's a couple recipes in my bookmarks there that I want to try out. Yeah, Bob's had a few of them. Trying to think. Someone else had quite a few. Oh, Milk and Honey. Why am I spacing this? Why am I spacing who that is? Rocky Tooney. That's it. Rocky Tooney and his Milk and Honeys. I mean, I'm not sure about getting Milk and Honey because I'm not sure if that's my flavor, but his other mixes he's been mixing a lot without. That might be.
You said Tooney did this one?
No, this was Wendy L.
Oh, okay.
It's Wendy L. But Rocky has made quite a few mixes lately, and I showcased one or two last week. But yeah, these are recipes with creams in them and different ways of using the creams is the other reason why I wanted to point them out. Sometimes a cream or an ice cream can be used in place of a cream if you want a lighter one. French vanilla thick is a way to thicken up that style. Actually, it works with thickening up a lot of them. Or the vanilla pudding from Flavora is a really good one to thicken up any type of vanilla flavor you want. At lower percentages, it doesn't really give you that that pudding like consistency. It just gives you that really nice vanilla note. Works really well with custards too. I like that little flamingo in chat. Yeah, I'm trying to see. Let's see here. I'm going to look up some Rocky stuff here. See if we can find one that'll fit this profile because Rocky has been killing it too. Oops. I guess if I spell Rocky right might help too. Yeah.
Yeah, that helps. Oh, there he is.
Oh, Bob's got something going on there. Let's see what Bob has here. What the heck is going on here? There we go. Rocky Tooney. See, technically, is Milk and Honey a cream? Kinda.
It's got milk.
And also we're gonna open this up.
Ooh, let's see what I'm missing. Really? Huh. Okay. Hey Bob, is there?
You go.
Do you think there's any blueberry I could switch out for the Flavor West on your blueberry yogurt? Because that one looks pretty straightforward and legit.
Yeah, that's a darker blueberry, a little bit more of a full blueberry. Do you get the blueberry V2
From
the cult? VSO.
VSO?
Yeah.
No, I have the blueberry he has in this recipe, but I didn't know there was a V2.
Yeah, the V2 is more of a whole one, but the V1 it's actually better if you back it with another flavor. It's got the really nice bright blueberry, but if you want a little bit more of the inside of the berry, you can use huckleberry for like a ripe berry. You can use the bilberry or the boysenberry if you want to go a little bit more tangy. There's all kinds of ways, but you could with this. But that's going to be hard. That Flavor West blackberry and blueberry go really well together, though. But yeah, Bliss by Subohm Serum. Bliss by Subohm Serum by Bob. Bob almost too low. And it's Bavarian cream from Flavor West at 3%. Blackberry Flavor West at 0.5%. Blueberry Flavor West at 1%, Cheesecake Flavor West at 1%, Raspberry Flavor West at 0.5%, and Strawberry Flavor West at 1%. That's going to be a nice berry-like cheesecake. Actually, it's not going to be a real cheesy cheesecake, is it? It's going to be kind of a little bit of more of a creamy, because that cheesecake's not very high. But, yeah, that does look pretty good. That looks really good. And it's all Flavor West, so interesting. Staying within a flavor house like that. Good job, Bob. And where was I with the Rocky thing? I'm trying to find one here that falls into this because Rocky's been trying to stay away from Milk and Honeys. I'm trying to keep him going with that.
All right, so yeah,
Right there.
Bliss by the Baba one that he put Bliss. I can't do it. I have none of those.
I have most of them. I don't know which ones of the berries I might be missing.
Yeah.
I might be missing one or two. I know I have most of that, if not all of it.
Did give
It
Bob
looks.
a
It's
follow, so
you
I'm
should.
gonna be I'm gonna be
Yep.
stalking you now, sir.
And here, okay, I found one from Rocky that fits this profile, and it's different. Almond Brothers Cappuccino. Almond
Ooh.
from FA at 1%. Cappuccino super concentrates from at 1.8%. Creamy milky undertones at 101 at 1.6%. Creme fraiche FA at 0.8%. Ice cream SSA at 0.5%, and super sweet from Cap at 0.3%. And yeah, that looks like a pretty good like almond coffee.
Looks like a bingo.
It does. I don't have that almond. I have
No,
everything else there, but I don't have the almond.
all I have is the cream fresh and the super sweet. So you're doing better than I am on this one right now.
I know but you know what? This is gonna cause me to have a longer list for the next time I order again. I mean, it's gonna take me years to catch up on this
That's
list.
okay. You're doing noted, so you gotta buy crap anyway.
But this is true. This is true. You have no idea how many of these have to do with that, actually. Oh,
Have
and one more thing.
fun with that. That's all I got.
And while we're at it, these for doing it in glass bottles so that they can be cleaned thoroughly and not have to worry about any notes staying behind in them for mixing those. Yeah. But those just came in. It's going to be a lot of work, but at the same time, the work is worth it. So it is. And it's going to help my mixing because then, you know, as you do it, you get these mental notes of these mixes and flavors, and you start to realize, hey, I know I've been trying this other recipe, it hasn't worked, but this will blend really well with it, or this would be a nice bridge for that, you know, that type of thing. And yeah, it's gonna actually, I know it's already started to just doing what I've already done for the flavor of the quarter. It has already helped me greatly with that. I can't believe how much it helps. But yeah, you guys, you know, be careful out there. You know, these tornadoes and thunderstorms. We had a tornado up here last week. We don't usually have them up here.
I was shocked when I heard that.
Yeah, it's the same place. Like I said, 2 years ago, we saw those little dust bowl ones, those little tiny little tornadoes in the road, like going around. That was weird, and it was kind of throwing us across the road with these little tiny things. That big one where that guy had been shopping there 12 hours before that went through. I drove right through that spot twice. It's like, ugh, glad I wasn't there then. That truck and the video drove right toward it and stopped, like past the guy that had the dash cam thing and almost ran into that tornado that guy in the truck did. It's like, okay, that would have been bad. You saw the trees flying around like they were toothpicks. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, dude, we live in that all the damn time.
The labeling gas bottles, that's a good point. But the thing is, Bob, I only have to label them for a little while. Just it's single flavor test. That's all they're for. So they'll probably stay in that. I'll probably just keep it in that box.
Get you some of these sticker sheets.
Yeah, that's what we have. That's what
Dude,
she
like-
uses, these sticker sheets like this.
Yeah, do they stick on glass not too well or what?
We'll see. They should stick on enough to be able to get through the flavor testing. Because at most, I'm
Okay.
going to have to wait like a week in most cases. Sometimes 2, but not very often. Just to get the a lot of the flavors will kind of let me know the notes right offhand. But I'll give them all a week steep at least.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I don't know. This has got more like an ice cream kind of feel to it. I don't know. Still vaping on it. Actually, it reminds me more of a pudding. So yeah, this might not get a Chris's stamp of approval. It'll get Sifu's, not Chris's.
That's all that matters. You get the approval from your co-host. That's it.
Are you in California?
Yeah,
Is that what you're saying?
New
Don't take those
Mexico.
thunderstorm. Yeah. I mean
Yeah.
that whole area, like it's all dry. as fuck
That's
right
all dry. Yep. They just had to deal with those fires not that long ago.
now.
The
Mm-hmm.
fires going all around her. She was in the voluntary evacuation zone and everything, dealing with all that. I mean, that can mess with your head when
Oh
you
yeah.
don't know whether or not your house is going to burn up or you have to run. And then if you wait too long, can you run?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because it does hit a level of don't even try anymore.
Yep. It's a level of let's hide in your basement and hope the smoke doesn't get you. Uh, if you
Do they
have a
have
basement.
Do they have basements in New Mexico?
Swaggy, did you get the is the code up? I just want to before I tell people it's up, I wanted to make sure you were here. Yeah, electric keeps flickering for him too. It's nice here today, but I have a feeling we're getting hammered with that. Like within the next 12 to 24 hours, we'll be hammered with whatever's coming this way, because it usually works its way east.
Yeah, we were supposed to have all that this morning, but it just kind of passed Oklahoma instead. So I don't know.
And I will say, if anybody doesn't have it likes coconut, and they don't have that toasted coconut cheesecake from Perlum, get it. That is actually as good a flavor as I was hoping it was going to be.
Okay.
No worries, Adam. You have dinner with your family. Love you, brother.
Adam.
Speaking of Adam, if you listen to the intro, that's him. I'm going to switch it up for another song here soon. I might do a little bit of something like similar to Golf T does, so I can give him a little variety. We've been doing Abracadabra for a little while now, and I was going to do it before the show, and I only had a little bit of time, and I realized I didn't have anything downloaded on a new PC. Only like two songs. Actually, did I switch it to Cheers? It might have been Cheers today. Those are the only two I had.
Sounded like Cheers when I had
Okay.
the volume up.
All right, but those are by Adam.
Okay,
And if
nice.
it's not Adam, you might hear some Eddie and the Arsons on there occasionally too.
Yeah.
Because there's some, but just it's nice to have a musician that's also a mixer, that's also a friend. You have no idea how great that is. It's a great feeling.
I'm gonna have to send you some of my stuff. I've actually tried working back on a recording stuff, but I've just been too lazy. There's no urgency in the project.
All right. So AAFL is the code for 24% off VSO. And also Lemon and Lime Raws dropped this week. And if you get the bundle, it includes the Lemon and Lime Raws as well for the raw bundle. So that's something special. I mean, I actually asked for the lemon and lime, so I'm actually really happy about that. I'm hoping they turn out really good. I haven't tried them yet, unfortunately, so I can't go there. I did make a recipe earlier this week that as soon as I get them, I will give that a run. I have a feeling it's going to work really nicely.
How's
And
the
again,
how's the pineapple
the low
swirl
run pineapple swirl,
or pineapple whip? There you go. Yeah.
pineapple whip. Is that a? Oh, that's one of the one shots. I don't have that one shot.
Oh, it's a one shot. Okay.
Yeah.
Ah.
The low round though that Golf T Vapes put together, it's on ELR. It's called the low round. I'll look it up here quick. That actually is very, very good. If you made with just the raws, it has less about 2% flavoring total, and it straight up tastes like a juicy juice.
Juicy juice. I like juicy juice.
Like he actually said himself, if you really want it to taste like a juicy juice, add a little sweetener. So I did. I added just a touch of VSL sweet to it, like a 0.25%, and it was really good. But yeah, let's look that up. The low round. Because if anyone does get the raws, this is something that you could start off with if you don't mind, if you like juicy juice. This is the best raw mix I've ever seen from so far. So, I mean, there's others that have a raw in it here, there, maybe two, but this is actually quite unique. You did a damn good job with that mix. Good job, TJ. And and he also did a good job last week. We wound up into the punchy kicky things, fights things with meter. We have a topology thing where we all go against each other for who gets the most points. And it was down to the last fight. If the underdog won, I had it. If any other round except for the one TJ picked, meter had it. But he got the right round, and the guy's ACL let loose. It's like crap. And I saw it, and I was like, oh, I know what that is because I've had that happen. It does not feel good, and I saw it pop. It wasn't. That's not just a stretch. It popped. Unfortunate for a final fight, but he might be out for a while. So, well, he will be out for a while, and if he ever comes back the same. So yeah, go over there if you like fights. Go check that out. Jinxed. Yeah. Oh, it's Adam got here. Adam's got something. Okay, we're gonna check out this too. Oh, the low round. Yeah, you already put. That's what you put in there. Okay. Yeah, that's actually a really, really good mix if you're doing raws. It doesn't have the new lemon and lime in it. I suppose he'll have to do another low round version 2 once that gets that in there. It would work. You could add lemon and lime to that. It's gonna take a little away from juicy juice because juicy juice typically isn't bright.
Yeah.
Well, maybe the lemon, just a touch of lemon or the lime might actually work if you don't go too high, because that'd give you a little bit of that like citrus like backer to some of the dark berries. So we gotta talk to him about that and see if he's gonna make a round 2. The low round 2 knockout. There we go. But yeah, that's this week, and love Swaggy's flavors. Did order from Bull City this week. Got a lot of custards coming up. So you're going to see some different custards being used over the next few weeks. A lot of them. So you custard fans out there, you're going to have a good time for the next few weeks on ELR. You'll see some of them. Might not all be on the Saturday show. Yep. Unfortunately, for people like Meter that hate custards, well, I'm sorry, son.
Nah, it's all
See ya,
good.
Adam. See you, Adam. But yeah, we had a good week making stuff. Unfortunately, the weather here has been weird across the country. I haven't actually put the garden in fully yet because I don't dare. If we get hit with some of this terrible weather coming through, plus we have another night that might even get down near freezing over the next 7-day forecast. So it's like, last year it was about this time I put in the garden, and then we had a 1-night freeze, and of course I was not home for that night because I had to work the day, so I never got everything, couldn't pull anything in or cover it.
Mm-hmm.
Lost my tomato plants and my pepper plants.
Damn, that sucks, dude.
It does, because I planted those tomato plants so early that they were actually getting too big to be inside. And I put them out there, and I was like, "Oh, we're gonna have tomatoes up the butt this year," and I had to buy some from Walmart to put out there because I didn't have time to grow anymore. It would never actually gotten anything on them.
Yeah, that definitely sucks.
Yep, and even the Walmart ones weren't the greatest because of the weather hits them because they leave them outside too.
Yeah,
just closer to the store, so they get a little bit of a warmth from that.
dude, how did I miss the bourbon?
See,
on my
that's
last
right.
order?
Bob's not a custard person either, I don't believe. That's right. I knew someone else wasn't. I was trying to remember who it was that agrees very much with Meter. You gotta remember, some of the custards aren't really truly custards too, though.
For sure.
I won't say Swaggy's isn't, because Swaggy's has that funk. If you don't like that funk, you're gonna get it there. Same with this cheesecake. You're gonna get the
Yeah, I was
the
about
funk
to
of
say
the
the cheesecake is funky. Love that funk though.
Yeah, that's why I actually, my favorite combo, although I don't mind it with others, I've tried it with others, it all works. The 1% over top of Yes Sweet Cheesecake for me is just like, that's heaven. That's absolute heaven. Do I like Swaggy's alone? Yes. Do I like the Yes Sweet Cheesecake alone? Yes. Put them together and it does something magical. It's almost like it creates unicorns. Or maybe a Leaf Village meeting. So
There you go.
that's it. Hey, there's an idea for a future episode when I know you're going to actually make it. Leaf Village theme. Or just a Naruto theme mix. There we go. That'll be fun for all you anime lovers out there. We'll do a theme based on things like foods and stuff we've seen them make there or something. I mean, obviously we have rices and stuff available.
How can you make a ramen?
I bet you someone can come up with that.
I know, right? Fucking ramen. Oh,
Yeah, I
dude,
like
there's a
cheesecake, hate
ramen.
custards. I get that, Bob. I'm just getting to the point where I can handle strawberry again. And sadly, I don't have it over here, but that the strawberry I made last. Well, no, I had never talked about this, so I might as well mention this today. I just thought of that. I actually have never even talked about it because I mixed that the day after a show. I didn't mix it on a day of a show. Let's see, where was it? I gotta find it. Oh, I made that butterscotch custard tart. Turned out really good. Liked it, but it's like, you know, I like this, but I think it'd be better if I added strawberry to it. So I tried adding the ultimate strawberry to it, and it's really really good. Strawberry butterscotch custard tart. Butter tart Wonder Flavors at 1%. Butterscotch SSA at 2%. Custard VSO at 3%. Super sweet from Cap at 0.25, and ultimate strawberry from Jungle Flavors at 1.5. And the thing is, have you ever tried the Beard strawberry cheesecake?
Mm.
It tastes like that strawberry almost.
You're asking a guy here that's been mixing for like 6 years and rarely buys.
Oh, that
commercial
beard
liquid.
has been out for like 8-10 years at least. So that's not a new flavor.
I doubt it, but sure.
But
No, wait, how
yeah,
long have
here,
I
I'll
been
put that.
mixing? No, I've been mixing
But
since
that
2016.
but
Shortly after meeting my wife.
that and if you in your case of Bob, you don't really like the fact that, like really care for custards, but you like cheesecake, you could sub out pretty much exact same percentage. You could easily just use Swaggy's cheesecake instead of it. And that would still be pretty tasty. That butter tart was amazingly better than I expected, and it goes really well with the butterscotch. The only thing different on this, obviously, is I just added for the butterscotch custard tart was I added the jungle flavors. But that jungle flavors or the strong strawberry would work in here too if you don't have the new SSA strong strawberry. They're so similar. It's just I think that the strong strawberry edges out the ultimate strawberry by ripeness by a tiny, tiny bit. It's almost like there's a hint of green, just a tiniest hint. And if I hadn't tried the strong strawberry, I would have said this one didn't have any. But trying the two side by side is like, yeah. They're really close, so you could definitely sub them out one for one. Yeah, it's that's tasty. I just finished that, and I just switched from that to the strawberry butterscotch in this. I mean, from the strawberry butterscotch to this, the coconut. What is it? Coconut cream? Is that what I did?
I rarely
Coconut
get to
cheesecake.
I rarely get to make requests of flavoring manufacturers, but I think Swaggy needs a black tea. I was looking at the tea
the one
bundle, and
strawberry.
It wasn't on there.
Take Me to See. That was a daily for me for a while. The one strawberry. That was a daily for a long time. So when you post it, let me know because I'll definitely talk about that one. If you've nailed that, I will. And I have the flavors, I'll mix it. I still have a bottle of the one, so I can go side by side with it and test it.
Do it, and you're cool.
Have it in zero, so it's not going bad. So we're good there. Hasn't been cracked or bad. Started mixing. Stopped using my commercial liquids. You know how that goes.
Mm-hmm.
Try to go back to some of the ones you used to love, and it's like, it's all right.
Okay, so I ran out of stuff I had mixed, and I was looking through like some of my stash, and I actually still had some rescued left over. Ben is still good.
Ben is still good. I have Benthol and Ben. I still have a few bottles of those. I have not cracked open. They're in the mini fridge, so they'll stay good for longer.
Yeah. I was like, I'm being lazy right now, so let's see if this is still any good. Yeah,
I've got a bottle. I've got a bottle of OG Ben.
So do I. That was the cool thing about being sponsored by Rescued was we got a bunch of goodies.
It was. Yeah. Same with Will.
Oh,
Stivale
dude, Bottled
Vapors.
Violence did not survive with me.
See, I liked Georgie for the longest time, and I try it, and it's still good. But I've made things I like better now. It's like, I'm sorry.
I don't know. I know like Chris got really into Georgie. Me personally, I'm like, it's a thing.
No, you have to have
I
that.
wasn't.
You have to like that profile, like deep into
Yeah,
that profile.
it wasn't like the bee's knees, but I'll say Bottled Violence, the custards, those were amazing.
Yep. I pretty much have an idea of exactly what's in there as close to it now.
Mhm.
Because you get that. That's the thing if you start doing it. But I've never tried to make a clone of Will's because, I mean, he's a good friend. I don't want to do that. Although I have made a clone of someone else's that's a friend of ours too that I just it's pretty spot on, but I can't I'm not going to ever post that publicly because it's too spot on.
Nice.
Vinny, I love you, but yeah, I figured out one of your recipes or close to it. Sifu and I figured it out. We broke it down.
Finnyland Vapors?
Vinny, as in Vinyl and Vapor. Yeah,
Yeah, Vinnyland.
yeah.
He's Vinnyland
Vinnyland,
Vapors. I like how he gets mad when anybody brings that up because he writes it as one straight word. It's vinyl and vapor, but it looks like Vinnyland.
It does actually. Yeah.
Uh,
Delicious. Same with Batman's line. There's a couple of those I really like, but I've made ones I like better. Sorry. It's not
I
that
did
they're not
want to
good.
try his guava one, the guava pastry thing. I wanted to try
That's
that.
the one she. That's the one that she made me try after. Yeah, and also, Sifu helped me that one too.
I need to explore these things. I just, I need to be
But
pushed
again,
harder.
I guess it's easier when it's like a commercial line. I don't mind if I come really close to a recipe. I was like, screw it, it's a commercial line. But
Yeah,
when it comes to these smaller commercial lines that are specific to certain people, even if I nail it, those are the ones I don't like to necessarily post.
mm-hmm. No, I mean, I
Unless
understand.
someone's really begging it, like I can always share it with someone if they're really looking for that flavor. That doesn't bother me at all. But
Well, say trying to clone
yeah,
stuff from like say 6 years ago, 5 years ago, those are really weird and hard just because so many things have come out like flavoring wise that it's just a pain trying to figure it out because we have
yeah.
so much
Now
better
the
stuff.
flavors. Wait until if you get a chance to try these new SSAs, especially the ones that drop in the UK. And there's another drop. Got to figure out how to get that uh, in the UK for the SSAs. But it's just this like they dropped so many strawberries. So many strawberries have been dropped in the past few months.
Hmm.
It's but they all are kind of have their place. I haven't had a strawberry. There's like three total flavors I've tried that I can say kind of ew to.
Hmm.
Um, Compared to what we've seen in the past with releases where there's like half the line might be kind of gross, but there's two or three that are just spectacular.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's getting more the other way around. Now it's like most of them are really good or at least above average. And then there's a few that just don't quite hit the mark.
Yeah. So I get that.
Cherokee. Yeah. I don't know. I'm just so many good flavors out there. And with creams, most of us like creams in some form. Even the candies, there's cream candies. I was kind of hoping Meter can make it, but like I said, this fight's already started. So if you get fights started on a Saturday, you're not going to see Meter in here. Let's see. Is there cream in there? No. Okay. Neon, I tried. I tried to see it because I saw Neon in here. Neon's been doing some really good mixes, but I don't see much with creams in here.
Yeah.
A lot of bakeries, a lot of good bakeries. She's doing a really good job of the bakeries. She's definitely been paying attention, I'd say, for a while. And there's a couple in there that don't even get talked about much that are really good. I'm Over the Apple from Super Sunday Mixing Show with Frank. That one. I ironically ordered the vanilla Orion custard Wonder Flavors because of that mix. And I think that was all I was. Yeah, that's all I was missing. So now I can mix that. That's one of those ones. Like I said, keep on looking for these. So I'll be mixing that, and then I'll talk about that once I mix it. Yeah, Mullenberry. That's a little bit difficult to find sometimes lately over here. You can find it sometimes can't. We can't just go to Bull City and get it as easy as you used to. There were a couple there last I knew. Not as many. Maybe that might be fixed now. I don't know. I'll have to keep an eye on it. Like, if anybody sees anything start to come back or not in a place, let us know so that we don't push people and tell them, and hey, check this out. It's over here, and then find out later it hasn't been there in 6 months to a year. Yeah. Most years are private. But the ones you have put out there, they all look really, really good. There's a few in there that I want to mix. But yeah, creams this week. Anyone mixing along, you can easily put it in there. And you know what? If you have a recipe and you do tag it with a AAFL, or just put the recipe in the comments, and we will maybe discuss them next show. I always respond to my comments as quick as possible. If you're watching us on replay, or you don't have it mixed by the time the show's over, we can talk about this, or for the next week. Next week, I might very well. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do too many of the same shows. I'm trying to figure out what I want to do next week. Anyone in chat, you guys think of anything you specifically would like to see for next week's theme? Mention it in chat. If not, I'll come up with something. But the creams, let's kind of pull up Wrigley's Mango. Whoa, on ATF. Okay. Let's check this out. Oh, the flavors.
Dude, I just got fingered in the face.
The flavors. Okay. And now I can search. Let's see, recipes. Browse recipes. Is there a search bar? Yes, there is. Okay, what is that called again? Wrigley's? That should show up in Wrigley's. I don't suppose there would be too many.
Rugby's?
Wrigley's. No, didn't show up there. Menso. Manson and Pebbles from Developed. Bob, do you have the link to that? That'd be easier than this because I'm not finding it. I just see Manson and Pebbles from Develop. That actually sounds pretty good. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to figure out what he's talking about there. Mango. Okay, that makes more sense.
Mango.
Escarchado? Mango Escarchado. I found it. Okay. Mango Escarchado from Wrigley. Okay. It's spelled different. It's just Fizzy Sherbet from Vape Train at 1%. Island Mango from Wonder Flavors at 3%. And Liquid Barn Ice Cream at 5%. That sounds pretty good. The Fizzy Sherbet. That's a nice added with the vanilla bean ice cream and the mango. I'm trying to imagine this. This is sounds kind of like some kind of almost. You can almost throw rum in this and it'd be really good, I think.
Where's all the rum gone?
if you throw a light rum in this, you know, you might have Sifu going, "Yep, this is a banger."
I don't know, man.
I don't know,
I don't know.
but as it, you know, it's got too much fruit in it probably for overdrip. Although he's getting better. He's getting better with it. And there's the code again in chat and the link to the raw bundle. But yeah. That doesn't look bad. The idea here is a simple mango. You should be reading this. Doritos and vanilla bean ice cream. I really do like the Wonder Flavors Island mangoes in spite of the complicated relationship with mango flavors. The island mango is a nice artificial green mango flavor with little to no mango funk. I added fizzy sherbet just to give it some bubbles.
Bubbles.
That's the thing. It almost sounds like a sort of like a float, like a mango float, like mango vanilla float. Interesting.
Whose recipe is this?
This would be Rugley's.
Okay.
Here, I will. Here we go. There, it's in chat. Yeah, that's interesting.
All the flavors.
Yeah, it's all the flavors.
I like how
Interesting
simple to
flavor.
the point it is.
It is. It's simple, but it does sound like. I mean, the fizzy sherbet's going to give it a unique flavor note, and texture kind of to it. The island mango, that's actually specifically different, and that does sound good, like a creamy mango with a little bit of fizz.
Mm-hmm.
I would try that. I don't have that island mango. I have the fizzy sherbet. I have the vanilla bean ice cream. Another one, gonna have to add to the list. It's sad when you have to watch your own shows to write down a bunch of notes. You should have saw me when Fresh was on there that 2 Tuesdays ago. I'm like trying to
when
look
you
for a
guys
notebook
started-
while I was on the show. I was like, I don't have a notebook. I'm gonna have to rewatch this episode.
When you guys
Pippa,
had to,
good to see you.
when you guys had to, what is it? When you guys, like, your whole thing just evolved into D&D talk.
It did, but that's okay. You know, D&D's fun.
Yeah. No, yeah. Dude,
He-
you've
he
seen
did-
how
he-
bad our show gets. Come on. We talked
Yeah.
hockey for like good 15
Anime.
minutes. We don't touch on anime
Exactly.
much because Chris doesn't know much about anime.
That's okay.
What is
Like I
it?
said, we'll do an anime version, and we'll make sure Chris is here for it. We'll make sure Chris is here for it. Pippa, all right. Thank you, Pippa. I am going to copy this link because something happened the other day, and the link for the calendar got too long. It's in the description, or it should be. Might not be. I might not have put it in the Saturday description yet, but here, let's see. Oh no, it won't work either. Short URL. Why is that not working? There we go. I hope this works. I'm gonna try and get the calendar for the mixing shows. You are on here, sir. By the way,
Yes.
your show is on here. But let's see. Did that work? I do not. I can't click on it. So I'm saying that didn't work. So what happened here?
Yeah, you can't click on it.
Yeah, you can't click on it. So
Bob,
will
I
just get
agree
rid
with
of
you, like, in the sense of if I have to build another Velocity style deck, I will deck somebody. No more Velocity style decks for this guy.
No more velocity style decks.
No. I was in the era where that's all that was coming out, and no.
All right, so I'll get that figured out, and I'll get Nightbot to actually be able to post it, and I'll also take out that thing so Nightbot doesn't drive us all nuts when you load in. But I will have that in the description for the calendar for all the vape shows. We have them all on there, include Pippa's Down Tunnel is on there now too. But that way, there, you know, if anybody wants to learn more about mixing, it's better if you have a schedule for when you have a free time. check it out. Or if there's something there that they're going down that you don't realize, is it something you want to look at?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, there's
Oh.
that, and I mean, like even if you don't catch us live, you could always catch the replay, but you know the shows exist. Because
Yes.
I mean, honestly,
exactly.
like I said, when I first started mixing, there
Oh.
was maybe like 1 or 2 people doing stuff,
Yep.
and it was all pre-recorded videos, and that so I kind of gave up on YouTube and tried learning this shit on my own. And then next time I decided, hey, let's see if anything's updated on YouTube. That's when like Fresh03 and like Wayne was doing stuff, and I was like, holy shit, this has exploded in the last 2-3 years.
Bob. Yeah. Golf Tee's mixed name for you. Yeah. There you go. That's right. I forgot about that one, Bob. Bob's Luck Chip. Blue Raz, this is by Golf Tea Vapes. Blue Raz VSO at 3%, Bubblegum VSO at 4%, Vanilla Cream VSO at 0.5%, and Vanilla Ice Cream Liquid Barn at 4%. He made that in response, I believe, to Bob actually making a flavor profile that, according to TJ Golf Tea, it was not a flavor profile he was going to like. And he can't put it down. He's remixed it and made more. So
There you go.
yeah, that's the thing. You can't even if it's out of your profile of liking it. It's like, honestly, I had given up on custards because I am not a killer custard fan at all. I did not like any custards I had tried at the shop for testing purposes. I could handle trying them and say, okay, this is a custard, but it wasn't good custard for the commercial vapes. And then I came across Will's line. Go, wait a minute. I actually kind of like this.
Mm-hmm. Honestly, like at least when I was like before I got into mixing, custards was not even something that I ever tried. Like I did like what is it? I remember the shop gave me like a cherry blossom.
Yeah, I see you
something or
there.
other.
Take me to see.
It was really interesting and I liked it, but I don't remember like really doing custards all that much. Even though apparently they were all the rage in like 2014.
Kept a half a bottle. That's the last thing I saw from you. Take me to see was something about a half a bottle, and you did say something about the one liquid. So anything else I don't see in chat, and I am on live chat, not top chat. Yeah, there we go. If you want to see cream recipes, talk about my recipe called the Chosen One. Would be the Chosen One. Is that on ELR or is that on ATF? I know she does a lot of ATF too, so it's tough to say. What's it called? The Chosen One.
Alrighty.
And then after this, the Chosen One by the Chosen. Oh, there it is. The Chosen One by DIY. Yeah, there you go. The Chosen One by Pippa. DIY Down Under. Apparently, you have it on both. I see it on ELR too. You're saying ATF, but I see it on ELR. Alpine Strawberry Flavora at 0.2%. Hard Crack Toffee at VTA at 1%, 0.1%. Sweet Coconut Flavora at 0.3%. And Sweet Cream Flavora at 0.4%. I can double check if that's not the right one, Pippa. Let me know if there is a difference between that, the one that you have on the other on ATF. But yeah, that actually, and I noticed you use the actual flavorings to sweeten it up. Like the toffee will sweeten that up, sweet coconut will sweeten that up, and sweet cream, you use a lot of sweet flavors, so you didn't have to add a sweetener. Nice. And yes, Lando, there's another person that didn't like custards until he tried Will's. What in the Horror podcast should be up as of today. We just found up doing the link trees right there with all the different parts of the podcast on it. Thank you, Lando.
Rocky Tooney, what?
Rocky Tooney, I already talked about you, Rocky. Just saying. I already talked about one of your recipes. Because I'm kind of celebrating the fact that there was one without milk and honey that actually had creams in it. So it was impressive. Nah, If you love a flavor, you love a flavor.
Mm-hmm.
But yes. And which one was it we did with Rocky? That's Overdrips. That one's Wendy's.
How many tabs do you
Trying
have
to-
open right now?
Like 8.
That's not bad.
And they're all recipes.
Yeah.
But yeah. DIY customers are 10% better, 10 times better. Yeah, they are. They really truly are. And that's the thing about Will's too for Steel Valley Vapors is his are kind of like, I mean, they're not 100% commercial. They're kind of commercial-ish.
Well,
They're more
I don't
commercial
know.
than like yours. They're more commercial than Overdrips and Sifu's, but they're not.
I feel like
fully
you could
commercial.
tell who put their heart and soul into a mix versus what companies are just kind of putting shit out. And I mean, I'm not trying
Throwing
to
one or
be-
two flavors together and then saying, "Hey, by the way, try this out. I'm gonna
Yeah.
make a bunch of money off you." Yeah,
Like, I'm not trying to be a giant dick about it, but it's the truth. Because I
It
mean,
is true.
even like going to like conventions and stuff, you get to try things, and it's interesting when you like do so much of your own mixing, and then you see all these big companies and stuff, and you're like, some are good, some are just kind of it's a thing, some are really terrible. So
Yeah, when
I
they
mean-
came back from NVE, I didn't go, but I got called into the shop and talked to, and I got a whole bunch of liquids thrown at me. Try these.
Mhm.
So that's how because they come back from convention and say, which ones we usually want to pick up. And usually it was like maybe at best 3 out of 10 that would be worth trying to pick up for the shop.
Mhm.
At best.
I'm gonna say
But
one
of
I
course
liked was
yeah.
12 Monkeys. I actually like their stuff. I don't know if you got to try it.
No, I never tried 12 Monkeys. But then again, that was probably a while back too, wasn't it?
Yeah, because MBE was like what 3-4 years ago.
Yep.
At least
I could have went to that one too, and I gave it up because I didn't want to go through crowds. I don't want to going
dude, we had
to
a
two
blast.
rallies and it's like, okay, these people don't bother me. These are people I like.
Mhm.
It's like going to family
the
reunion of
thing
people I like. Yeah.
The thing is, like, you already knew us, so you could have probably just hung out with us at that point in time.
Yep.
Because that's what we
That's
ended
true.
up doing. Pretty much all Stew Crew members ended up hanging out together all weekend long. Like, me and Dan were rolling around because Dan worked at the shop at the time, so we were like looking at stuff. Like, we got to meet the maker and owner of Sad Boy, and
Yep.
looking at the dude, you wouldn't
That's
imagine
still-
him being
that's
so
still one I like.
professional. Looking at
Now,
the dude,
Tom
you wouldn't know
Lyford-
how professional he is. Like, holy shit, that man is professional. He is like tatted up, little dude, like dresses up like a 80s punk kind of looking guy, but the professionalism was like, wow, okay, that's legit. I like this dude.
Now, Tom Lyford did manage to clone my favorite version of the Sad Boy, but I will say that Shamrock Cookie is still like, that's one I can still vape. It's one of the very few that I still kind of crave once in a while. But now instead of actually, I didn't even finish my last bottle because I actually kind of like Tom's slightly better. And Tom was nice enough to let me have that private recipe, so it's like, yeah.
There you go.
He also even sent me the ingredients to make it, to
Yeah.
even top it off. Yeah, that was awesome. Yeah, Tom met him face to face at Second Rally. We hung out and he went with us and was in the car when I was down in that low seat there. You have the picture of me sitting between everybody in the most dangerous spot with tires rubbing. It was nice and safe. It was a safe trip, yes. Nah, it was
Yeah,
fun.
I don't know.
though.
Conventions for me tend to be about hardware, and with companies going away and stuff like that, it's sad.
Mallory's here, and Mallory's actually done a really good job of kind of almost doing like Addie's corner thing for everybody.
Yeah.
And if you come across more of those Mallory too, those kind of deal things, put them in the Discord, Break Sigma Unity Discord, or Clown has a spot there that you can put stuff too. Because sometimes with hardware harder to get, especially in the States.
Oh yeah.
We can't talk about it on here. Obviously, we've had that issue going across everywhere, but we can definitely do it there.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Oh yeah, it's crazy how like many channels are getting strikes over links and stuff like that.
Yep.
Like I actually years ago when they started announcing that, I actually went through and just deleted any link I had on anything. And if I still have anything, I'd be shocked, but probably you know, I'm ADD, but I know I had to like get rid of links because I think I even in comments are like, why don't you ever post the links? It's like they won't let me, dude.
Well, it sounds almost like what happened this time, and I'm wondering if that is what initially created it. Is they almost like rebooted that overzealous like AI they had last time, and they rebooted
Mm,
it and did it again, because
maybe.
that accidental thing that happened to the last vlog that they never really give a really good explanation about why it went private. It wasn't
Yeah.
on anymore. That kind of makes me think that that AI was reintroduced without being adapted
Mm,
properly. It's still got a glitch in it, but because they don't care about us, they really don't want to fix it for us. So
well, it's like what is it? There used to be a Reddit for that kind of stuff, and that went away.
yep.
Made me sad because there was a anarchist hexome I wanted to get, and I was looking to see if the dude still had it, and nope.
I
That's
actually
such a
remember when
good
you were looking at
price.
that.
Mm-hmm.
You had showed me pictures of it. And you were talking about getting it.
Yeah, because the anarchist hexome is the only one I'm missing from the trilogy. Because I have the masses and I have the grim green one. I
I
just need to
am
look at
actually,
the
Daniel,
anarchist.
excited. I'm my most exciting part about that is not necessarily going through what feels like a little bit more like homework, going through single flavor testing, but the part about being unnoted is going to be great. And I've already started seeing is like I said, going through new flavors and thinking to myself, oh my god, this would go good with this. I hadn't tried that before. I've been looking for a flavor, and I'm
Mm-hmm.
finding that. So it kind of broadened my horizons on mixing and being able to rank them a little bit. But
Mm-hmm.
ranking them's tough because you can rank them best in their class, but that doesn't mean they might not work really. A lower flavoring might work better outside of its class for some other reason. It's going to be an interesting ride to try and figure this out.
Oh, and I mean, how often do you single test?
Before
Or
this,
yeah.
once or twice a month at most with Swaggy every once in a
Mm-hmm.
while. If he's not
Yeah.
sure about a flavor, he sends me something. That's about it. Like single
Oh.
flavor testing, the custard was one of them, and um, a couple of those like that, and changing up some stuff. And if he's changing something, but that's about it for single flavor testing. I never bothered for single flavor testing anything else. I mean, I tried it first, and I was
Mm-hmm.
like, this is a lot of work, and why am I doing this? And now
Yeah.
it's my job. Okay,
Yeah.
so,
I feel you on that
yep,
because
top five is most important.
like I used to try to single flavor test and it's kind of brutal. But then like even like in my channel, if you go through, there's like maybe one or two videos that exist that I tried doing single flavor testing and trying to figure out what I could mix it with from that point on. But it's a lot of work, so I give it to you and the guys in Noted. Like seriously, y'all are doing the footwork, so the rest of us don't. But it's a lot of work.
And Daniel's right. Single flavor test. I found that was actually more useful for the custard than the other. Single flavor testing it, using it in place of the blackberry custard recipe, putting it in as a solo by itself instead of yes cheesecake, which it originally was, and then finding out that if I put them together, it's freaking amazing. I mean, that's the kind of thing you learn sometimes from single flavor testing. You're like, this is pretty good. Would it be good with this? But then again, you get more with the. I mean, not the SB cheesecake. The SB cheesecake was the cheesecake one. I single flavor tested that, but with the custard, it was Cap V1, and that again vanilla note, not a vanilla note, so it's different. And I realized that that's something I know that we're going to be doing sometime in the future is separating them that way, so that the vanilla ones aren't going to be mixed with all the plain ones because they're not really the same monster. They're kind of completely different.
Yeah.
That's the tough part about like the way fresh. I would love to figure out how he does it, how he separates his flavors according to flavorings. It's like I couldn't do that because which one does this fall under? You know, which one's this fall under? It's like alphabetical order by flavor house. Easiest way to deal with it because otherwise I get super confused, and I
Yeah, I
need
just have it
lots
by
more
flavor
shelves.
house. I just have it by flavor house, but I also need more shelves. I'm out of space. Like, way out of space.
I need to create one of those desks. Pip and I had talked about this. Those makeup desks
Oh, dude,
that go all
her
around me.
her setup is insanity. It's like what is it? God, our other Aussie mixer friend. God, what's his name? I'm drawing a blank here. Either way, he like the way he had those mechanic drawers, and he would just pull like flavorings out of them.
Yep.
That was intense. I was like, dude. He had like over 1,000 something flavorings. I was like, you're fucking crazy, dude.
Yeah, the Perfumers of Oregon, exactly. Build one or get one. And I think it was Canadian Vapor, I believe is the one that sent me the pictures. I don't believe it's Bob. Think it was Canadian Vapor sent me pictures of his walls that he put up. He built his own shelves to his wall. It's like, it looks like a display case at a shop.
Yeah.
It's the way his flavors are. It's like, that was, and it looks really professional, by the way. I'm thinking to myself, I'm not there. I got drawers. But
That's
yeah,
like
you need
seafood.
that.
Seafood does like this case thing, and I don't like his case thing because it has
Oh,
like
his
a little
little
guide.
his case. I couldn't. I know you'd have to look at the guide to. No,
No, I can't
That's
do
like-
that.
feel like your Dewey Decimal System thing. You know, A3, CB, SE9. You know, that type of thing is how.
Yeah.
It's like,
No.
yeah, that sounds like work. I mean, I don't want to have to truly look through an index card to find something. I'd rather.
Yeah. No, yeah, I saw that. I thought it was a cool concept, cool idea, but definitely not for me.
I'm hanging
makes it work.
more shelves. Listening to this back, you're hanging the shelves now, Neon, literally as we speak. There's Canadian Vapor. Yeah, there he is. Too much work. Yeah, it is a lot of work, but man, it's so easy. That's so nice. I mean, I like the way he has this set up. It's beautiful, and I would love that, but because I'm still in the living room. I mean, if I got the upstairs room, but it gets so hot up there in the summertime, I'd have to run the AC up there 24 hours a day to keep it cool in the summer, keep it warm in the winter. It's just, it's easier just sitting here in the living room. Plus, she can kind of hear what's going on in case I have to ask her for something.
I thought you were still in the attic.
No, the dogs also are the other issue. If I go upstairs, they like to bark. I can't be out of their reach.
Your animals are very attached to you, sir.
They are. You see this very much with the bunny. Yes.
Yes.
They're both sitting. The dogs are sitting there, laying. Both of them looking at me right now. Every once in a while, you hear them moving around. And if someone says something and really loud, they might even get nervous and worry about somebody. They're weird.
Yeah.
Cat's over there staring at me from behind the couch. Like, why aren't you over here with me instead of over there? He does it. He
It's
tried
me
climbing on a
mugging you.
keyboard one day. Tried climbing over here on my keyboard one day, right across my laptop, trying to come over here to get my attention. It's like, you brat. Only he's not as delicate as like Fresh's cat. Well, actually, Fresh's cat isn't always delicate, but he's more of a needy when he wants to be. You hit 1,200 flavors already?
Mhm.
I'm about halfway there, Neon. You have more flavors than I do by a long shot. But I have a feeling that's about to change since how we have to go through so many flavors all the time.
Yep.
Alpha brand trays. We'll have to talk about this, Pippa. But yeah, shelving and keeping your flavors organized, big help when you're trying to figure out DIY. So you're not searching through all your flavors randomly. Mine are not all in alphabetical order yet, because getting more in consistently over the past couple months has been, well, let's just say it's a challenge. Yeah, it's a challenge.
It's something.
It is. Yeah, he has to alphabetize them too. And as we'll probably get out of here pretty soon here, because I think we're kind of talking about shelving units and trying to figure out how to reorganize our homes now. That seems like a separate show completely. I know Clown has his little shelves up above too. I've seen them before. Yep.
They're over here on this side.
Yeah.
I
don't have a
ran out of
problem
room
with
a bit
39.
ago.
You know, Mallory, for 39 flavors, you made some decent mixes though, for 39 flavors. You don't have to have a lot of flavors.
No.
If you jump down that rabbit hole, it gets pricey. It really does. And it also gets, I mean, Pippa,
Do like Steve.
I'm imagining it's,
Do like Steve. Listen to what we say, and pick and choose the ones we actually like. That way, you don't buy a bunch of stuff you don't like. Because my camera keeps falling.
yeah. It helps a great deal to avoid the flavorings that are terrible.
Like,
Unfortunately,
don't
every
get
now and then I
TFA
see.
Fruity Pebbles. It's gross.
I bought that not knowing that.
You should have
I
texted me about it.
I did find what was the other? I did find the Fruity Pebbles mix I made. I did find one I liked.
Yeah, I still need to
Um,
get that one because I want to try that. Because the
that
TFA
one
one, I
was
bought
okay.
it and I went for the sniff test just to see how it was, and no, I'm definitely not gonna do anything with that.
Yeah, this turned out really good. I'll put it in chat here. This Fruity Pebblerized. So at least we're getting back to mixing a little bit. Fruity Pebblerized. It's breakfast cereals FA at 0.3. I mean, obviously you could use cereal 27. Um, Fruit Circle Silverline Cap at 7%. That actually is a pretty good Fruity Pebbles flavor. Milk from VSO at 3% and Super Sweetened Cap at 0.5%. You could use another milk, but there's a problem with that. They don't
They aren't as good.
taste like milk. They don't taste like milk. They
They
taste like the
taste.
creams, like it might be mushy, almost like it's in the milk. This tastes like you just poured in your Fruity Pebbles and your milk's in the bottom. And you're getting both.
Yeah.
I really like that flavor. It worked out, turned out way better than I expected. I was kind of afraid. I'm like 7%. I don't mix that high, and I was like, but that's what it. That's like the medium. So I'm like, okay, we'll try it. And I was like, okay, it might be a high percentage, but it's a pretty spot on flavor.
Yeah.
Yeah. Uh, Take out the FA flavor. Breakfast. You could sub it out with cereal 27 or something like that, or you could leave it out. It just gives you that kind of like there's a slight cornflaky like rice note to your to actual Fruity Pebbles, and that just gives you that note. It would still probably be good without it, but at first I did have that at point 6 or 0.5%, and I had to drop it down because that grows a little bit. That FA did the breakfast cereals FA, and you don't want it to overtake it and turn it into corn flakes. You want it to actually still be the
Mm-hmm.
Fruity Pebbles. Yeah, that milk is impressive. I haven't got the other one. What was it? FA milk, or FA something
Mm-hmm.
that Fresh said was pretty close to this, but this has got less steep time. I don't have the other one. I will get it so I can compare the two side by side, but it's milk. I'll be honest, when I first tried it, I was expecting, oh, it's just going to be some kind of weird, funky cream. It's like, no, it's milk.
Because I
Mix
have
that
like
with a little.
I have FA condensed milk. That is full on foot. That smells
Yeah.
like old dirty socks, and it tastes worse.
The new SSA, I believe it's SSA, isn't it? Or is it Wonder Flavors condensed milk? Might be Wonder Flavors. They came out with. It's got like a. It's milk, but it's like a kind of got like a buttermilk tone to it. It's a little bit of, it's just like condensed milk. It's got that weird, funky off note.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that'd be interesting too, Bruno. Yeah, play with it. Have fun. And if it turns out good, let me know. Mention on the show and we'll talk about it. Because there's, all these things can be adapted and changed to your way. And just kind of use some of that. Okay, Daniel. Yeah, FA milk. It is FA milk. It's good but kind of watery. Yeah. This one here it's like a 2% milk, but if you turn it up above 4, it actually turns into more of a whole milk. You have to bump it up a little bit to turn it up, but I actually like it better because it comes through as a straight milk. You start to get those like creamier tones that kind of turn it to more to a cream as you get a little higher. And I haven't used it super high. I think the highest I use is 5. But at 3 in this works extremely well. Definitely gives you that milk note, like you just got a full bite of cereal with some milk in it.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck the whole milk. Yeah, it's not whole milk. It's 2% kind of milk. It's kind of like it's got milk flavor, but it's not like really super creamy. I know some people like 2% over whole. I like whole milk better typically, but in this case, not so much. But yeah,
I like milk. My
on that-
body just doesn't.
see, that's where this comes in handy. If you like the flavor of milk, I believe Dave Lloyd said he's lactose intolerant, so he's not used to milk flavors and kind of avoids them.
Yeah.
So, you know, you might be surprised yourself someday and say, "Hey, I kind of want some milk," and try it, and you might like it because you just been avoiding it for so long.
Yeah.
I mean, I use it vape for my cravings, food cravings, especially. That's why I use the Sad Boy, because when I got the Girl Scout cookie cravings, that worked really well. And Girl Scout cookies around, they definitely do. That's why I just ordered the flavors. I got to mix it yet. Frank made her a birthday Samoa cookie type mix, and I didn't have all the flavorings for it, so I had to order them. So they're in. So I got to mix that up for her probably tonight,
Mm-hmm.
or she'll murder me. If I'm not back next week, you know why. Uh, uh, it's got a raisin-ish note. It's not. It's not like a whole. Not like you're grabbing a raisin and eating it out of like those little boxes there of the raisins. It's not quite like that. It's more like a almost a golden raisin. So it's that lighter raisin-ish, raisiny note, almost like a raisin made right out of grapes, like a fresh, real one. Not the real dark raisin note, which is good. If you did want to darken it up, make it taste a little more like that, add a little of the date. BSO date to it helps. Tiny bit of that date actually darkens that up. Yeah, that date is a amazing flavor. It does a lot of things to a lot of different flavors too.
Yeah.
I know Sifu's talked about it a few times. Okay, yeah, it is kind of like a golden raisin. Those lighter ones that are kind of more grapey, but they're still raisins. It's got that darker note to it, but it's just not super dark. It's not like those almost black raisins you get there, one big clump in a box and shaking. It's not that kind of raisin. And this coconut cheesecake is really good. If you like coconut, you'd like this one. Dunkin' Donuts had those toasted coconut donuts a long time ago. They wound up actually ordering extra the coconut when she worked there, so they sent it home, and I used that to make a coating for chicken and cooked it in the air fryer, coconut chicken, and that's the coconut flavor I'm getting off this. Is that really good toasted coconut? It was delicious. Just sucks that it costs so much to actually buy toasted coconut. And I apologize for apparently a wow. It might be a big motorcycle ride going on. I just saw have a whole bunch go by if you guys heard that. Yeah.
I heard it.
That said, Clown, what do you got going on? We got to be careful about talking about what you have, but you can mention your Discord where they can talk to you about it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, other than like my show over on Tuesdays, go check that out. Mixing it up, we have a blast. We talk randomness while trying to come up with some recipes, and yeah, I mean, it's fun. Couldn't ask for a better group of guys, honestly. And we're coming up on the 2-year anniversary here in like 2-3 weeks. I looked it up. It should be June 14th will be the 2-year anniversary show, which you will most likely be there if you have time. And we'll see who else we can get. But very excited because didn't think I'd be able to ever get a like mixing show off the ground, because that was the original point on my channel. It was to mix, not to do reviews and stuff. It was just trying to do mixing stuff. It was a lot, especially when I first started. It was a lot more because you would have to do steeping and this and that. And now we just kind of go like willy nilly and right off the shake, and then we try to talk about it eventually. So it is what it is. And beyond that, yeah.
Plug your Discord.
My Discord. Here, let me just get a link instead.
Yeah. Join his Discord, especially if you want to talk to him about maybe some stuff he might have available.
Yep.
There are links in there for it.
All right. So here is a thing with the thing. It did it do it. Okay, that's just being stupid now. Do I technology? But yeah, go check that out. Like I've said before, it's not as active or as banging as other Discords, but I do try to keep up with any questions or things that are asked. And I do try to post there enough. Like even earlier today, I was doing some coil building. I'm trying to get the hang of some stitched aliens because why not? And posted a picture of that.
Yep, I've been watching that. Get some pictures of things like who is it? Tribal Buddha got that new Grim Green
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Hexom.
He got that.
Yeah,
He got
I
that.
didn't
The
get
new,
that.
the new Grim Hexom. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're in the same boat on this one, so I won't even go farther. It's pretty. It's pretty.
I've
Yeah.
pretty much told anybody that's asked me for hex coils of I got you, but go fuck yourself up. At the same time. And I'm a massive hexome collector, so to me that hurts a little bit more.
That's right. Aaron, yeah. Aaron didn't mention that earlier. If anyone needs any
Mhm.
10 to 30 milliliter bottles, hit him up.
Yep.
You can
Yeah, if
find
you're looking for
them
bottles, he's posted pictures of them, and
Yep.
I mean you get a wide range of bottles, so hey, go for it.
Yep, Cherokee has one too.
Oh, uh, I keep seeing pictures and it hurts so bad.
I know.
Okay,
They're pretty.
I'll
It
say
does
this
be the
much.
same here.
I'm still the only one that will ever own this guy. So,
So
then,
wait a minute. No, I thought you said you were sending it to me after the show. Come on, what happened?
Uh-huh, sure. I still have that Plex.
But yeah,
Yeah.
no,
the
you
new
can't
one's
have too many
nuts.
bottles, Rocky. I just had to get. I got some glass ones in today. I got to try out for the single flavor testing because it's so much easier. Because I don't want a plastic bottle that might have residual flavors, so I had to get some glass for the single.
Well, even then,
flavors.
like recycling glass is a lot easier than trying to do
Oh yeah, that's
PET or anything like that.
true. But that
Good.
said, yeah, you can find me. Well, the calendar will be in the description. If it's not already, I will put it in there right after the show, and we will. Yeah, that's you. If anybody watching here tonight doesn't know, I am quite available on the mixing shows lately, but that's partially because I don't want to see any of them die, and that's why the Saturday show became into existence. That's why when Tuesday was getting hard for Lumi to run it at night for the Tuesday Takeover, it went into my channel, but it doesn't change the fact that they still have some amazing mixers there that are there every week. Adam has been typically here for both every week,
Dude, Adam
as
is
well
the
as Dan
shit.
Gufty.
I like
Adam
Adam. He
is.
cracks me up.
He does. They all are. And Larry's there. Mandalorian's there with me as well. And it's just a great time. And you always see VSO in the chats. It's just, I don't know, the whole community is awesome. The flavors keep on popping up. Things are getting better. We're getting more broad ranges. I'm seeing our community of people that I see in chat posting recipes that are brand new with some of the new flavors, some of the old coming back, some of the old ones and their old Trinities and Stones coming back into the mix. And it's nice to see that revamped because these Stones haven't been used for a while, some of them, and you see them come back and people try them again and comparing the new stuff. The thing is, a lot of these Stones from back then, you can almost get the same flavor out of some single flavors or two flavors versus having 3, 4, 5 flavors. So as we learn, we keep moving forward and see, make it simpler for us all, and as well as, use the flavors you have.
Right.
If that you have the Stones, but you don't, the new one's only going to be the replacement of them. Don't bother getting a new one until you've figured out, used up your Stones. It makes more sense. Yeah. Yep, there you glass for Nick. Exactly, Rocky. Yep. That said, you guys take care of each other. Thursday show will be coming back for mental health, and Saturday night, once I can figure out the screen share situation, that'll be coming back as well. Saturday night at 9 p.m. A few hours after this. I'll do a double show day on that day. But the Thursday thing is because I'm still dealing with my blood sugars, so it's kind of, I want to be on top of my game for that, because this you can kind of just float with. I take that a little bit more seriously when we're talking mental health. So
Yeah.
it's not gone. It's just on temporary leave while I'm trying to go through and change this. Again, a thank you to Lumi too for helping me get the copay taken care of for that, or I would be possibly on it now, but I wouldn't be 2 weeks into the new medication. So it's a big deal. Even if it hadn't worked, and it does seem to be starting to. And there's Break the Stigma Unity Discord as well in chat. That's a place to go if you're having any mental health issues or you need to talk, or we talk a little mixing in there as well. But you have a good night. Take care of each other. Be good to one another. Reach out to those you haven't heard from, as you could save a life, or at least make their day a better one. And I'm going to let you listen to some more Adam on the way out, because it's Adam. He's freaking awesome. It is Cheers, by the way. You were correct. So, yeah. Enjoy listening to some Adam, and I'll see you all on Tuesday if you can make it. If not, sooner. Tomorrow, Sunday, Super Sunday Mixing Show with Frank. Oh, I think that he's got this week off, doesn't he? I'm not sure. If he's there, I'll be there at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Good night, guys.
Good night. Bye-bye.
Making your way in the world today takes everything you've got. Taking a break from all your worries sure would help a lot. Wouldn't you like to get away? Sometimes you